Hello guys, Mike here from the Bull Capital, and in this lesson we're gonna talk about levels part 2, mostly about entries and exits. Okay, so now that you learn about swings, what the swings are and how they move, you learn how to draw levels. So now we're gonna learn about entries on and exits for the levels. So the market moves in swings, okay? So that's why we mark the peaks of the swing and the value of the swing. And the price, it's moving between the levels. Okay, now so for example, let's say we have this resistance here, yes, and the price comes here to this resistance. Now depends on the market structure and many more, but let's talk about now just what we have in front of us. Okay, just this level, nothing else. So we don't really know if this level it's gonna hold or not. Yes, the price moving higher, so you can enter a short when the price is touching this resistance, and you should wait for a small bounce from this resistance. Your stop loss should be pretty tight, just below, above the resistance, and your final target should be the support, but I'm gonna make another drawing next to it because I want to talk about the smaller swings inside this swing. It's very important how to take profits, okay, where you should take profits, okay, along the way. So I'm gonna I'm gonna put 3 more lines here. Okay, something like this. Now I'm gonna draw some swings. Okay, okay, something like this. Let's just make it okay, great. Okay, because the swing it's not really gonna be like a straight line, okay, it's gonna have like smaller swings, yeah, smaller. So if you take a position, a short here, this is your entry, okay, and your stop loss should be just above the resistance, and your final target should be the bottom of this channel, meaning the support. Okay, now where you should take profit. Okay, we understood that this is the final take profit, but your first take profit should be at the top of this swing here, of this peak, and I'm gonna mark it. Let me change the color. Okay, here. Actually, sorry, I made a yeah, I made a little bit wrong. Let's take the I draw wrong something. Okay, let's take this one. Okay, yeah, so your entry is here, your stop loss is just above the resistance and the price, it's going lower. Okay, your first take profit should be this previous small peak here, because as you learn, here it formed this peak, actually it formed a support line here, and the price, it might have like a small bounce, or even can have a bounce and go up. Okay, so you don't really know that, but this should be your first take profit level, where you should take profit. Yes, and the next one, it's this valley here. Yes, it acts as support also. Okay, it acts as support also, and when it's gonna break this support, it's gonna go to the next one, which is this one here, and you can also take profits there. And if it's gonna break this support, it's gonna go to the next one, which is this valley here. It's gonna go a bit lower, and of course, if it's gonna break this support, it's gonna go to the bottom of the channel, yeah, to the main support. So you must pay attention to the swings inside a channel. Yes, that's where you take profits, and those are the levels from which can the price can bounce. And for a long, it's the same thing. We take a long, when the price touch support and stop loss just below, and our final target is the top of the channel, meaning the main resistance. But again, we're gonna have like small swings inside this channel. Yes, so actually I need to draw another one, because this one it doesn't help me. Okay. So, okay, this is coming back down. Okay, something like this. Now, if we enter here at this support with stop loss just below, now our first target, it is this valley, okay, because this valley now acts as resistance, and we're gonna draw a line here. Yeah, this now acts as resistance. So our first profit is this one, because it can bounce from this and coming back to our support, or maybe even break it. And the next take profit level is the next valley, which is this one here. Yeah, this one. Okay, that valley there. Now what else it's gonna act as resistance? The peaks, of course, the peaks. We have one here and another one here. So now when the price it's moving up, okay, it starts from the support line and it's going up, we're gonna have multiple resistance from the peaks and the valley of the swings inside this channel. Yeah, this big channel between the main resistance and main support. And every swing it's creating a new level. And the more swings are in a channel, the more levels there are gonna be, and the price it starts to move slower. Why? Because the more levels are created, the price has to do more swings and to test each level, and sometimes that's why it's moving slower. Okay, so this is how we entry a long and how we entry a short, and what we should look at, what levels we should look to take profits. Okay, so you have your final target, which is the top or the bottom of the channel of the major support and resistance, and we look for levels from peaks and valleys inside this channel that are created from the swings. Yes, so let's look let's go to a chart. One second. Now let me find you and show you an example. Let's go to a lower time frame. Let's see what pops. Oh, nice. Okay, this is a good example. Let me actually draw it first. Okay, so here we have some swings. Okay, we have higher highs and higher lows. Let me actually draw them something like this. Okay, it's enough. Yeah. Um, Let me make it thicker. Okay, so we have some swings here. Okay, now actually this is a bit nah, just leave it like that. So let's draw some support. So we have here one. If you see the peak of this swing and the valley of this swing, you see how both it's touching this level. So now because the move it's above this level, now it's gonna act as support. And also the next one, the same thing. Okay, and if you see here, it's actually holding the price. Now actually let's see what happens when these levels are tested in the future. Okay, so let's take it from here and let's just watch. So here it actually hold the move and it goes higher. Now this level has been tested 3 times. It had 3 touches. So maybe in the future that level it won't hold anymore, but this level has been touched only 1 time. So this level, the lower one, has higher probability that in the future it's gonna hold and it might have a reaction, a strong reaction. So let's see actually. So it hold again and yeah, it hold again, it had a bounce, it came back, it had a lower bounce this time. That means okay that the selling pressure it's high and the more it's tested, the less will hold. So actually here it broke down and the next time it's just gonna break it. Okay, it's gonna go even lower. So now it's not a level that you gonna rely anymore in the next one. So as you see from here how high it actually went, if you let's say you went long. Let's see if this one it's gonna be tested. I don't know, the lower one. And there we go. It didn't touch it actually, and now it touched it. Okay, and now it had 1 touch, 2nd touch, it hold, and there you go, it goes up. Okay, and here we have 1 touch, 2 touch and 3 touch, and the 4 actually broke it. So after this move up, you know that this one it won't hold anymore. And after it broke down, you see that it came back, and now this acts as resistance, and it pushed the price lower. Okay, because now here it created actually a peak. Yeah, so something like this. Let me change the color to yellow. Yeah, it created a peak, and now this acts as resistance. So for example, when a level it's getting broken, for example it went lower here, you should wait for a comeback to this level to see how it reacts at this resistance. Okay, and you can have an entry here with a stop loss just above this level. Now let's actually go forward. I don't know if it's gonna come back. I want to see how it's gonna react again when it's gonna touch this resistance, but I don't know if let's see. And there you go. Oh, what did I, oh, okay, yeah. So this is actually the actual price right now on Rune. So actually you see it went the first time, it touched the second. We have multiple touches here. Actually here it went a bit higher, so that means that this resistance it won't hold too much. Okay, so this is how you use entries and exit on swings. Okay, so for example, let me show you in this move. So I will just delete this one. Let's see. No, so for example we enter here as a long. I will go on a lower time frame because I want to show you something. Let's see where it was. Okay, here. Okay, so we enter here, okay, at the touch of support. We enter a long position. Yeah, it's stop loss just below. Now we know that this is the previous peak. So let's say this is the top of the range. Okay, the resistance. Gonna mark with red. So this is, it's our final take profit. But let's see where we should take profit before. So because we went on a lower time frame, we have a few more swings here. Let me remove this one. and let's mark them. Actually, I'm gonna start from here. Okay. And now we have this valley here, and we also have this valley. Okay, so that means we can take profit here first. And if you look here, it acted as a resistance, and once it broke that resistance, it went higher. So actually this is the first level where we should take a part of the profit, and the top of the range should be the final take profit. So I hope that was simple enough to understand how you should do your entries and where you should take profits and where you should put stop losses. That was all for now, and we're gonna see again in the next lesson. Thank you very much and have a nice day.